Hi, this is Lindsay from EquipMeOT today to talk about toilet safety rails. So I wanted to go over this as it's one of the more common pieces of equipment that I see in people's homes that are often purchased from just about anywhere. You can get them Walmart, Amazon, the local Walgreens, Rite Aid. A lot of times they carry this particular type of safety rail system that mounts to the toilet. So I thought we'd go ahead and show you how that's installed and then go over a few little details about how to use it safely for your transfer needs. So let's just look at real quick what comes in a toilet safety rail kit. You're going to get this particular piece, which is the thing that mounts to the back of the toilet. It's going to have holes for the bolts of your toilet seat as well as these holes on the back for the actual rail system to mount to. You're going to get two rails. So they look like this, pretty straightforward. You've got adjustable leg height, which is really important because you're going to have different height toilets that you're working with. You're going to have the armrest piece, and then you're going to have this back piece that actually mounts to your mounting bracket. So pretty simple. What we're going to do today is actually what I recommend in a situation like this, where I've got kind of a tight wall here with my toilet paper roll and this cabinet here, is actually mounting all of this on your bracket before you mount the bracket onto the toilet. So first things first, this particular part with the 3 holes or 6 holes on the back is going to go closest to your toilet cistern, so the big tank on the back. So we're going to go ahead and slide these pieces in. They have different holes for different positioning depending on your space and depending on your size. So I'm actually going all the way into the tightest one here because I want to clear my toilet paper roll. So we're going to do that. Your toilet may be in a different scenario and therefore you may need to adjust it a little wider or a little tighter depending on that. This side, because I don't have a wall on this side, I'm going to actually mount it to the middle hole. So let's go ahead and do that. And these all have just little push pins and it can be a little stubborn. Pretty much like the toilets or the tub transfer benches or any of those other pieces of equipment. This one's by Drive Medical, so it's similar in style to those other pieces. Okay, I've got my safety rails completely assembled. Now we have to remove our toilet seat. So I have some detailed videos. Let me set this aside for a second. I have some videos detailing the removal and replacement of a toilet seat. So we're going to kind of whip through this really quickly, but we're going to pop these open. We're going to remove the bolts. This is where your Phillips head screwdriver is going to come in handy if you have one. If not, they aren't essential. Okay, toilet seat comes off. Now the support rail is going to go in. So we're going to place this over those holes. Should line up pretty darn close. From here we want to look at the leg height a little bit. This one's been set to match roughly the height of my toilet. This is a lower toilet. If you have a taller toilet, you may have to adjust these legs so that they're a little bit longer. These ones for a lower toilet are right at the 3rd from the bottom hole, so almost to the very lowest setting. Now we're going to take this toilet seat, we're going to set it back over the top, lining all our holes up, and we're going to drop our bolts back in. There we go. Whoa, and then we're going to put our nut back on. All right, we're going to close our caps like that. Check, make sure everything's tight and sturdy, and it looks really good here. So we're going to go ahead and make sure the pieces are all stable. We're going to give it a little practice. Now, as you can see, in my particular setup, this toilet paper roll is really close to this armrest. And for a lot of folks, that's the case when you've got a countertop that butts up to the side of your toilet. Now, in that situation, you don't have to put on this side of the safety rail. This can come off. So you only have a safety rail on one side of your toilet, and then use the counter for support when coming to a stand on the other side. Completely reasonable. I decided to assemble it all together so you could see what it looks like when it's all put together, but I have many clients where we recommend that they only use one part of the rail system, and that's going to be fine. That's one of the beauties of this type of system, is there is some customizability here. So I did leave mine in place. Got a little bit of a pinch point with my toilet paper roll, but it's not a huge deal. The other side is mounted. Now, if you'll also look, this bathroom doesn't have walls close to the toilet anywhere other than behind it. So really there's no option for mounting a wall mount grab bar. So that's another reason why this particular solution is so useful, is that you don't have to actually mount a grab bar to a wall anywhere. You can just have this mounted to your toilet. Very easy to install, very easy to remove. So if you're in a rental situation or it's a temporary injury, temporary surgical recovery, and then you want to be able to get your medical equipment out of your bathroom, this is also really great for that. It's small, it's lightweight, it installs quickly, easy to store, a really nice solution. It can be used in conjunction with a toilet seat riser. In some of my other videos, I do show you how to install a toilet seat riser. Really the only difference between the installation of this with and without the toilet seat riser is you're going to do it with this first, this mounting bracket first, then you're going to layer on top of that your toilet seat riser, and then you're going to mount on top of that your toilet seat. You're going to use the long bolts that come with your toilet seat riser and put it all together. That would be a pretty great solution if you had a low toilet like this one and you need some more height for getting up and down. If, for example, you really don't need any additional height but you just need some balance support, these bars can be really, really useful for that. I have a lot of clients who use them to stabilize both when they're coming back to sit down as well as when they're going to stand back up, really pushing up from these handrails. So I'm going to actually stand up and show you kind of the traditional way we use these rails for a sit-to-stand transfer. So real quick, let me just come to a stand here. So you can see we've got these nice notches here for grabbing. So as I back up to my toilet, I can grab here and then I can lower myself down. For example, I've had a knee replacement. I can kick my leg out and really lower myself down gently. Use the restroom, and then when I'm ready to stand back up again, brace myself on the handrails. They're very sturdy. They're mounted to this toilet. They're not going anywhere. I'm going to push myself very gently back into a standing position, and off I go. So as you can see, these toilet safety rails are really easy to install, very economical, and they're really practical for your transfer needs. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to add them below and consider subscribing to EquipMeOT. Thank you.